All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. You're welcome to today's session of the FX Beginner's Guide. And today is for newbies, actually, and we'll be talking about pips and leverage and lot sizing. And we're going to just be talking about every single thing you need to know about how it works or the logic behind pips, leverage, and lot sizing. Okay, so what is a pip basically? So a pip simply means a percentage in points. Okay. If you notice, price comprises of different combination of numbers, and with every price movement, there's either an increase or a decrease, in price. Right? So the pip of most assets can be found on the fourth decimal place. For example, you have Euro USD, let's say Euro USD is at 1.01 30, okay, 1.01300. As you can see, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. Let's just quickly confirm that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, exactly. So this zero, this last zero here, at the end of the day, is the pip, the last, the number that is found in the last decimal, in the fourth decimal place, which is after, the decimal. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. The zero is actually what? Okay, yes, I think this is correct. The zero is the what? The pip change. So if for any reason price goes from 1,300 to let's say 1.400, what can we? Okay, 1.1400. You can simply say that price has what? Actually increased. So price is up from say 1.1300 to 1.1400. You can say that what? That price increased with 100 pips, right? Exactly. So that's basically what it is when you hear people say things like, they caught a windfall of pips and all that and all that and all that. Anytime you hear people talk about pips and all of that, just basically know that they are talking about how they either made profits based on the price increased in their favor, or they made a loss based on the price decreased in their favor, and you can calculate this basically by percentages. So basically the term pips is not, it's just something that you should know. It is basically used by the big banks, to measure their performance. You can see some of them measuring their performance of how many percent they either declined in a particular day or they increased in a particular day. And basically, that is just as simple as that. So let's just quickly look at the chart before we come back to um that, to what we're looking at. You can see here, I just wanted to show us what a pip is. You can see where price started price, started falling from 2.5, let's say 2,500. Let me enlarge this. Sorry about that. Okay, so you can see where price came in from 2,500. Okay, and then 2,500 fell all the way to, let's just say, 2,400. Yes, this is 4,000. So basically, the price did that fall. So what can we say? How many percent can we say price fell in? We can use our measuring tool. That's why it's good to use trading view and just measure it from there up down here. We can see that's 150 pips that price has what given. So somebody can either say that their money increased by 100 pips, 150 pips, or it decreased by, or it decreased by 150 pips. But now, what is the context behind all of this thing? Why is it important or necessary? Why are pips necessary? The reason why pips are necessary is because they work hand in hand with the lot sizing. Okay, let's look at that. Let's go back to this, what you're saying here. They work hand in hand with the lot sizing. So basically, your lot size is the amount, okay, of money you are willing to stake, right? How I usually teach. I prefer to be layman language, easy to understand, no biggie. So basically, a lot size is the amount of money you are willing to, stake in any given gain, whether you want to buy or sell, in the market, in the financial market. Now, the thing is that we have different types of lot sizes. We have the standard lots, okay, which gives you access to, say, 100,000 units of any particular currency, thousand it's any currency. Then we have the mini lots, which gives, okay, standard lots basically, um, what you need to know about the standard lot is that if you are using one standard lot, each pip step, right? Each pip step is 10%, is $10, per pip. That means that if you use a standard lot to trade, each pip step, that's one pip it goes in your favor is $10, and one pip it goes against you is $10. Okay, so that is this standard lot, has, is one of the like big ways of actually entering the market. It's a big stake. Okay, it's a big stake, when entering into the financial market. Then we have the mini lot that gives you access to 10,000 units of new currency. Okay, each pip step falling what $1. Okay. Each pip step equaling $1. And then we have the micro lots. Okay, so 1,000 units of each pip step is equaling what? Zero, $1. So basically, now you understand why your pips are important, okay? Because um depends on the kind of lot size that you use, you can be able to maximize the price movements, the percentages that price move. You can taking a standard lot, a price gives like a 10% pip movement, you know, if price is giving like a 10 pip um movements in your direction when you have one standard lot. That means you'll be making $10 times 10, which should be giving you $100 thereabouts. Is it? Yes, we should be giving you $100. Yes, and so that is basically how you used to calculate. So, as a newbie trader, it's important to pay attention to how you use lot sizes, and um, you know, in relation to your account size. Now, speaking about that, let's quickly look at something that I actually thought of sharing as we've been learning now. There's something I thought of sharing with us. Then with me 1 minute as I open that up. Okay, lot size in forex. Exactly. So let's look at it together. Lot size in forex. So here you can see a whole lot of stuff. Micro lots, mini lots like we talked about, and your standard lots. Okay, so basically it's nothing too complex. Remember that we said the micro lot is equal to 0.01. So that means that each time you take a 0.01 trade, anything that falls under 0.01 to 0.09, a micro lot. So these are basically, if you take a 0.01 trade and it moves 1 pip in your favor, you're going to be making $0.01. The same thing, if you take a 0.09 trade and it moves 1 pip in your favor, you're going to be making 0.09. The same thing, you come back to the mini lot, which is the 10,000 units that we talked about, 0.01. So anything that falls from between 0.1, not 0.01, 0.1 to 0.90, you have a move. If you have like that 0.10 trade on, or say lot size, each pip step is going to give you $1. If you have 0.11, each pip step is going to give you $1.1, and so on. So it continues, so it continues, so it continues. I'm going to drop this on the Telegram channel so that everybody can have access to it and actually use it. So if you take a 0.99, you know, trade, you get this. So standard lot, the same thing. When you take one standard lot, each movement of the price in your favor is 10%. If it is against you, it's $10, sorry. And if you take 1.1, each movement of the price in your favor is $11, and each movement be against you is $1.1. It's $11.1 rather, or $11. Guys, this is basically all you need to know about pips and lot sizing and how they relate with each other. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's go back and talk about other things. Now, what is the concept of leverage? The concept of leverage when it comes to concept of leverage and margin, right? When it comes to the financial market. So leverage is basically your broker, right? Giving you access to huge amount of money, okay, for a relatively low price. That's just simply it. The only secret sauce behind using leverage to your advantage is that you must know how to trade. Like you must really know how to trade, because if you do not know how to trade, it's going to be funny and it's going to be using large leverage can work against you, basically. So we have like different types of leverage. There's a leverage in your MT4, there's leverage in your instant funded accounts and all of those things. and there's also leverage in using prop firms. So the idea there is that you need to understand how to trade for you to use leverage. Now, sometimes when you're opening a trading account, you see things like 1:1,000. You can see things like 1 is to, say, 500. So basically, what this is trying to say is that you can deposit $10, for example. You can deposit $10 and end up taking trades worth up to, say, let's just be realistic. You can make trades up to, say, 200, $500. Let's not even, because that's what 1:500 means. $500. That is if you put your your leverage as high as this, right? The same thing, it can work against you, because if the positions are moving against you, they can move as fast as possible as well, as fast as possible. You would have been able, the same way you would have fastly made, good profit, you can easily just lose your account. So that's what leverage means when it comes to you using it in your MP4. Okay. Yeah. So then let's also talk about margin, because a lot of people asking what is margin, margin, margin. Margin is basically the money that you pay down, is the down payment you make. Down payment you make for the leverage giving access to you. Okay, by your broker. So if you go to your account right now, you see something like margin, and that margin happen to look, you know, that margin happen to look much like um the money that you actually have available, the money that you have, the money that the company holds accountable, that's your deposit, that you know that's your deposit, um to actually use their large, to actually use their service of leverage to your advantage. So you basically see some figures there. Not like all of these things really truly completely matter to your trading, but it's still important to just take note of all of these things and add it to your learning process. So let's look at the charts. For example, we're talking about uh, how to spot decimal places and all that. You can see this is GBP USD, and okay, let's use Euro USD, so that, because we already use Euro USD as the example. Let's use Euro USD as the example, but my network is a bit slow. Just okay, so I'll just stick to GBP actually. And what can you see? You can see 1.1235. So basically, you can use this last number as what, or the last two numbers as an indication to know how price is moving. Right. So we're talking about knowing how to calculate the pip steps, and knowing that the last two numbers, or the last number itself, the way it fluctuates and changes, is basically how you calculate what's happening. So this is the trading view chart, and these are basically the two sets that you use. Use the measuring tool to actually calculate your pip steps, to know how many pips you're potentially going to make, and then use your lot sizing, like we have talked about before, to ascertain how much you intend to make, in a trade, or you intend to lose. And you can easily do this using an empty file, because when you use an empty file, by the time you set your stop loss and your take profit, you're going to be able to see how much that you intend to make or lose in a particular trade. So let me see whether I can just let me see whether I can share my own screen based on this thing. So I also want to show us. I just want to show us what it looks like. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to show us what it looks like. What a lot size look like, a standard lot in real time looks like. So let's see. Share my screen. Share screen. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. All right. So basically, this is an account, and this is it's. This is basically it. This is what a one standard lot looks. So you can see one, and here you can see one lot size, one lot size. That is what it looks like. So if I put my TP, if I put my TP, let's say I put my TP on this low here, you can see how much I'm potentially going to be able to make on this trade. Okay. That. Then the same thing, if I put my stop loss on top of this place here or anywhere, you can see how much I'm bound to lose as well. So that's just it, how it works. So that's all you need to know about pips and lot sizing. So all you need to do right now is be aware of the lot sizes that you pick up, and also you need to set a target of how many pips you would want to catch based off your trading knowledge. Okay, based off your trading knowledge, you want to set up a target, how many pips you want to catch per trade. All right, having said that, you should also, well, as time goes on, we'll talk more about more things like you understanding how your emotions are connected to the kind of the kind of lot sizes you take, because basically the lot sizing is what is the risk that we are talking about. Okay, the lot sizing is the risk that we are talking about. The risk that we are talking about is the lot sizing. So when you take a big lot size, if you take a big lot size, you should take it according to your account size, according to what your account can be able to carry. Because if you go and take a big lot size and it is going against you, it's usually not a good feeling. And we have a lot of people that don't take too nicely, they don't react too nicely to stuff like that. Okay, they don't react too nicely to stuff like that, and you can see them losing their cool and acting funny, and eventually some people even lose their money because they take a big lot size. Let's say they take one standard lot on a $100 account. I mean, what do you expect to happen when you take one standard lot? And if it moves 10 pips against you, you are losing you're losing the account. You're losing the account. So it's funny how all of these things happen. Yeah, 10 pips, that's 10 to 30. That's $100, you know. So, but with that being said, guys, we should also note that some pairs like Euro JPY, for example, which are like exotic pears, right? Some pears that are like this that are kind of exotic. What they do is that how you calculate it is all right, guys. Network has been really bad, but I wanted to just briefly talk about the pears, pears like JPY and all of that that have um only two, only three decimal places, right? So not like this is going to really count, but you can just easily use your measuring tool to calculate. It's the same thing. You're going to find the same amount of pips. The only thing is that these pairs actually trade faster. They are much more faster than um, normal pairs that people might be used to. Okay, so but they are exciting in ways, and you know, it's beautiful to see the kind of actions that these prices take. All right, so that's basically it for now. So you go ahead, study this video, and in the next video, we're going to be talking about, something much more interesting. And along your journey, I'm sure this is going to be of tremendous help to you. All right, thanks for tuning in. That'll be all until the next class. Bye for now.